Hey guys, it's Project Prospect. In this video, we'll be revealing our post-lottery NBA Mock Draft 2.0. If you haven't already, please check out our Prospect Breakdown series where we rate and grade each prospect in the draft. It will explain the total rating you'll see in this video, and it will help you better understand which players we are high on and which players we think are being overrated. Hope you enjoyed the video. With the first pick in the NBA draft, we had the Phoenix Suns taking Luka Doncic. Although we think DeAndre Ayton is by far and away the best prospect in this draft, recently there have been rumors that the Suns will offer Clint Capella max deal this upcoming free agency. Another sign that the Suns will be drafting Doncic is they hired Igor Kokoskov, who coached Doncic on the Slovenian national team. Doncic will fit nicely on the Suns alongside Devin Booker, and the prospect of drafting him and the signing of Clint Capella would make them one of the most talented young teams in the league.
With the second pick in our mock draft, the Kings select DeAndre Ayton, power forward / center out of Arizona. At either big man position, the Kings could use an upgrade, and what an upgrade DeAndre Ayton would be for the Kings front line. As our number one prospect in this draft and the only player grading out in the 90s, the Kings would end up with the best player in the draft if they took Ayton.
With the third pick, we had the Atlanta Hawks taking Mohamed Bamba. Although we think Marvin Bagley may be the better prospect, he seems pretty redundant with John Collins, who they drafted last year. Mohamed Bamba is a prospect with ridiculous defensive and rebounding potential, who also has potential to be a respectable shooter from three. Bamba just seems like a much better fit on that Hawks lineup than Bagley does.
And with the fourth overall pick, the Grizzlies select Jaren Jackson Jr., power forward out of Michigan State. Jackson is another one of the players in this draft with all-NBA upside. His per 40 rebounding numbers were up there with Marvin Bagley. He's a 40% three-point shooter and an imposing defensive player with his shot blocking and overall post defense. You may need to give Jackson time, but it'll be well worth it for the Grizzlies.
With the fifth pick in our mock draft, we have the Dallas Mavericks taking Marvin Bagley. Although Dirk has already made the decision to continue playing next season, the Mavericks can't pass on Marvin Bagley if he drops this far down. Unlike the Hawks situation with John Collins at the 4, Bagley will have the opportunity to play either the 4 or the 5, and will add something completely different to the Mavericks lineup. Bagley has potential to be an offensive star if he can improve his shooting and tighten up his ball handling. He has potential to even play the 3 at some point in his career.
Now with the sixth pick in our mock draft, the Orlando Magic select Michael Porter Jr., small forward out of Missouri. Porter is one of my personal favorite players in this draft. He has great scoring potential, and if he hadn't gotten hurt, would have been a top 5 pick. With the Magic small forwards being underwhelming, Porter would step in immediately and put up big numbers for the Magic.
With the seventh pick in our mock draft, we have the Chicago Bulls taking Wendell Carter Jr. The only areas the Bulls could improve is the center position and the small forward position. We think the seventh pick is a little out of Mikal Bridges' range, and taking him here would be a bit of a reach. Therefore, with this pick, they'll address the center position with the most well-rounded big in the draft. Carter's game doesn't have many weaknesses and makes him one of the safest picks in the draft, while still maintaining very good potential.
With the eighth pick in the draft, the Cavs select Mikal Bridges, small forward out of Villanova. I know a pick ago we mentioned it's too early to pick a small forward, but with the Cavs trying to keep LeBron, they need to surround him with elite shooters and defenders, while Bridges is the best 3-and-D player in this draft.
With the ninth pick in our mock draft, we're going in a very different direction than most mock drafts. We have the Knicks taking Lonnie Walker. Although I'm not a very big Ntilikina fan, I still think he has potential to become a good starting point guard. Therefore, I think the Knicks should address the shooting guard position, which is the weakest part of the roster. Lonnie Walker has a chance to be one of the biggest steals in the draft. He's an uber-athletic guard that needs to polish his game on both ends of the court, and most importantly, improve the mental aspect of his game. If he can improve those things, we see him being worthy of a top 10 pick in this draft.
With the 10th pick in the mock draft, the 76ers select Miles Bridges, small forward out of Michigan State. The Sixers need help scoring the ball, which is exactly what Bridges is made to do in the NBA. He'll step in at shooting guard or small forward and provide some perimeter shooting and more athleticism to their lineup.
With the 11th pick in our mock draft, we have the Charlotte Hornets taking Kevin Knox. The weakest part of the Hornets lineup has to be their power forward position, which Kevin Knox is more than capable of filling. Unless the Hornets have given up completely on Kemba, this would be the best pick for them. Knox is a prototypical stretch 4 with the potential to be a player you can give the ball to and expect him to get a bucket, which is something the Hornets are severely lacking alongside Kemba, especially given Nicholas Batum's injury proneness.
With the 12th pick in the mock draft, the Clippers select Colin Sexton, point guard out of Alabama. The Clippers point guards are perfect to help develop Sexton. Beverly has a similar mentality and defensive intensity, and Teodosic will teach him how to better distribute. This pick would be a home run for LA.
With the 13th pick, we have the Clippers taking Robert Williams III. The prior pick, they addressed their point guard position, and although they are also weak at the small forward position, there isn't a small forward worth taking this high. Therefore, we think they should take a big as insurance for the DeAndre Jordan situation. Robert Williams would be the perfect replacement for DeAndre Jordan if he ends up leaving. They're both super explosive athletes that rebound very well, finish around the rim, and defend the rim. Williams is also the best prospect at this point in the draft.
And finally, with the 14th pick in the mock draft, the Nuggets select Trae Young, point guard out of Oklahoma. This is a case of picking the best player available, as Young and Jamal Murray don't mesh well. So if this were the pick, Murray would slide to the bench and become a terrific six-man for a Nuggets team that would definitely make the playoffs.
Thanks for watching part 1 of our NBA Mock Draft 2.0. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. It means so much when you show support to our channel. We will finish part 2 of the draft after the playoffs, so we'll know the remaining order of the draft. Our next video will be a prospect breakdown of Miles Bridges, so make sure to check that out. Please comment any suggestions on how to improve our content and check out our other videos. Thanks for watching.